And back here, officials at the Annaville Baptist Church say that they were told by the city that they'd have to pay for the repaving of a huge portion of a road next to their property. That as they were working to connect to city utilities located under that stretch of roadway.
Yeah, the city working on a new ordinance that calls for the city to require those utility cuts on our streets to be repaired curb to curb and block to block. Our Michael Gibson looked into that situation and came away with some good news for that church.
Annaville Baptist Church officials say they were shocked to find out the city wanted them to pay a whole lot of money for a simple street cut for a utility project they were working on.
Nat Simmons is the associate pastor here at the Annaville Baptist Church. He's meeting with contractors over the $7 million worth of expansion projects going on here. Part of that construction work calls for running new water and wastewater lines under Cliff Crenshaw Street and connecting them to the city pipe system.
But what the city was requiring of us to do was to not just fix the portion where we cut into the road to tie into the sewer line, but they wanted us to pave the whole road from Butler to Brindle.
Simmons says that it's been very difficult working with the city on permitting this project, and then to run into the repaving demand, well, it was simply just too much.
It was probably repaved a year ago, but they wanted us to take all that up for a simple tie-in and then repave it, which is going to cost just thousands and thousands of dollars.
The city is working on a new street cut ordinance. Its aim is to ensure that utility work on our brand new streets is done properly, and the street is then repaved so that drivers won't notice a problem.
In the ordinance, it says we have the ability to go block to block and curb to curb. And then, like you just mentioned, that could be tens of thousands of dollars.
The Public Works Director tells 3 News Now that since they applied for the permit before the new ordinance took effect, the church won't have to pay tens of thousands of dollars after all.
They have to replace about anywhere from 10 to 15 feet in either direction of the trench, so that it's a good repair, and then when somebody passes by, you don't get that bump in the road.
And now that this bump in the road for this construction project has been smoothed over, the church can move forward with its expansion plans. Michael Gibson, 3 News.